Hello everyone, this is the EB affiliate, right? So can you imagine that a map can actually lead to memory enhancement? Look at a map like this. Can you see it being your very own memory assistant? If you're wondering, how could this be? I'm going to be telling you how. But first, a quick disclaimer. My content is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and anything that I say on this medium should not be seen as financial advice. Your level of success will require hard work, experience, and knowledge. I am sharing my opinion based off speculation and personal experience, or a combination of both. Hence, you should always do your own due diligence before making any decisions. My mission, though, is to inspire you with opportunities, because the sky is the limit and your value is transcendent. My videos and other content might contain affiliate links, which means that if you take action with such links, I'll receive some level of compensation. So let's get into this review. So the name of this app that I'm on is called Instant Recall. And yes, the name speaks for itself. It works with your memory enhancement. It can let your memories of the places that you visit be etched in your minds forever, depending on how you do it. Because let's face it, we can remember so much and know more all on our own. So why not have an app that helps us to not forget the things that count in terms of the places that we visit? So yes, the app and its name speaks for itself. So what is Instant Recall app? And you might be wondering, will Instant Recall trace me? So I'm going to give you some background on it. So it has already been approved by Apple and Android. It's already been launched. But it's actually noteworthy to note that the tech stack of this app is identical to that of Amazon.com, because it uses the EC2 cloud. By the way, if you are not a developer or a techie, you might not understand what I'm referring to, but at least I'm giving you the background, some level of background information on why this app is actually credible. So Amazon also uses the EC2 cloud. So this cloud is actually predicated on speed because of its elasticity. It expands quickly in order to transmit data, to store data. I'm going to be browsing so I can actually see my position on this map, right? But the app actually collects anonymous location data, right? So it can only see the traffic. It cannot tell which particular person is visiting a particular location. So hence, there's no personal tracking involved. The team behind this app actually built the realtor.com framework. So they're quite credible. They're seasoned to the bone in terms of doing this type of thing, in terms of developing apps that can host millions of users. Millions of users. So, by the way, if you're wondering how does data work in this context, This type of data can actually be used to assist in major development projects such as food supply chains, construction chains, etc. Right? So people like to discover things that help them to make decisions on which venues to visit, restaurants to eat at, etc. Right? Depending on the place. It really depends. But what really drew me to this app in particular was the fact that it gives back to those in need. So for every app download, someone in need is helped, but you still earn 20 points for every app download. So this 20 points actually translates into $1 per app download. So you might be wondering, only $1? Well, yes. If you're a business owner thinking about compounding your streams, right? You should be thinking of streams of water flowing out and gushing on top of each other. That's what you should be thinking about. That's what compounding is, right? I love my metaphors, by the way. I'll never give them up. Never give them up. But yes, for every app download, a meal can actually be given away to someone in need. Right? So if for example, if there are 5 downloads, this could lead to 5 meals being given to a charity per month for as long as those 5 meals are being prepared monthly. Right? So it can translate into an actual monthly arrangement for someone in need to be helped. So it would be as if you're adopting someone by being a part of this movement. So let's say you do this 3,000 times. That's 3,000 times 5. That's 15,000. So you would get 50% of the revenue generated through this method. So the app actually allows you to earn by doing good at the same time. It's really, really remarkable. That's one of the main things that drew my attention to it. So, for example, if you approach your church with this concept, imagine what could happen when the members get together with the right intentions. It doesn't have to be a church, though. It can be any organization of your choice that you have some form of foothold in, some form of influence within, as long as it exists for a worthy cause. So I'm going to be getting a bit into how the app works. So when people register, their registration info is stored in the app cloud. So if their phone gets lost, this can be transferred to a different phone and they will be able to re-access their instant recall account. How do you access your instant recall account, or how do you log in? You can access this by going to the app itself. Right, there's a link in the description and with regards to how you can get started. You get started by clicking on that link, seeing that you have found this information to be so valuable thus far. So for every person that you bring in, you will be given 20 points, which is equal to $1 per person. So you will be able to see the points that you've generated from these referrals. So if you look at my screen or look at your screen, you'll see some points in the top right hand corner here. Right, that's where you're gonna find your points when you start referring people in. Will this app drain your battery? Okay, this is a common question that I also get. The newer app technology in this regard will not drain your battery or lead to power degradation. I can make that clear at this point in time. For persons who are thinking of downloading this app and then trying to force stop it, it really depends on what you want to do. But rest assured that this app runs in the background, so you shouldn't have a valid reason to want to force stop it. If you keep it off consistently though for an extended period, for let's say for the full 30 days, you keep it off, you will not be compensated in terms of the points that you gain from referrals. You won't be compensated for that because the app relies on location data. So your location data has to be turned on consistently. It has to be kept on. If you're wondering if it's going to be available in your neck of the woods, in your country, right now it's readily accessible in most English-speaking countries such as the United States, Canada, the UK, India, and those in the Caribbean. In terms of Spanish-speaking countries, though, the app isn't able to use Google Translate in that regard. So right now it's mainly widespread in English-speaking countries. But feel free to get started at no cost by clicking the link in the description and getting your feet wet as quickly as possible. So you're going to see something similar like what you're seeing on your screen now. For example, you can add an instant recall. So it will show you your location as you can see here. You enter the title as to how you want to recall or save it. You add a comment for your own purposes. And you set your recall that way. It has the save button down here. So I can enter a title, for example. Oops, what's going on here? Right, there we are. So I can enter a title. I can say Saint E. Saint E. And then I hit save. Oh, they're asking me to rate this place. I can rate it. I'm gonna say 5 stars. Look towards the bottom end of your screen. I'm gonna rate it 5 stars and hit save. Well, apparently the app is still being updated here. It's still being rolled out, so they're working out a couple kinks. Right? This is just normal with app launches and beta launches. But feel free to check it out by clicking the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. Click on the notification bell in order to stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video.